Cross. Noun. 1. A geometrical figure consisting of two straight lines or bars intersecting each other such that at least one of them is bisected by the other. For example, put a cross for a wrong answer and a tick for a right one. 2. Heraldry. Any geometric figure having this or a similar shape, such as a cross of Lorraine or a Maltese cross. 3. A wooden post with a perpendicular beam attached and used, especially in the Roman Empire, to execute criminals by crucifixion. For example, criminals were commonly executed on a wooden cross. 4. Usually with the cross on which Christ was crucified. 5. A hand gesture made by Catholics in imitation of the shape of the cross. For example, she made the cross after swearing. 6. Christianity, a modified representation of the crucifixion stake, worn as jewelry or displayed as a symbol of religious devotion. For example, she was wearing a cross on her necklace. 7. Figurative, from Christ bearing of the cross, a difficult situation that must be endured. For example, it's a cross I must bear. 8. The act of going across, the act of passing from one side to the other. For example, a quick cross of the road. 9. Biology, an animal or plant produced by crossbreeding or cross-fertilization. 10. By extension, a hybrid of any kind. 11. Boxing, a hook thrown over the opponent's punch. 12. Soccer, a pass in which the ball travels from by one touchline across the pitch. 13. A place where roads intersect and lead off in four directions, a crossroad, common in UK and Irish place names such as Gerrard's Cross. 14. A monument that marks such a place, also common in UK or Irish place names such as Charing Cross. 15. Obsolete, a coin stamped with the figure of a cross, or that side of such a piece on which the cross is stamped, hence, money in general. 16. Obsolete, Ireland, churchlands. For example, can we find and add a quotation of Sir J. Davies to this entry? 17. A line drawn across or through another line. 18. Surveying, an instrument for laying of offsets perpendicular to the main course. 19. A pipe fitting with four branches whose axes usually form a right angle. 20. Rubik's Cube, and number 160, four edge cubies of one side that are in their right places, forming the shape of a cross. Cross. Adjective. 1. Transverse, lying across the main direction. For example, at the end of each row were cross benches which linked the rows. 2. Archaic, opposite, opposed to. For example, his actions were perversely cross to his own happiness. 3. Now rare, opposing, adverse, being contrary to what one would hope or wish for. 4. Bad-tempered, angry, annoyed. For example, she was rather cross about missing her train on the first day of the job. 5. Made in an opposite direction, or an inverse relation, mutually inverse, interchanged. For example, cross interrogatories. Cross. Preposition. 1. Archaic, across. For example, she walked across the mountains. 2. Cross product of the previous vector and the following vector. For example, the Lorentz force is Q times V cross B. Cross. Verb. 1. To make or form a cross. 2. To move relatively. 3. Social, to oppose. 4. Biology, to cross-fertilize or crossbreed. For example, they managed to cross a sheep with a goat. 5. to stamp or mark a check in such a way as to prevent it being cashed, thus requiring it to be deposited into a bank account.